You finally did it. You lost the weight. Maybe it was 10 pounds, maybe 20, maybe even 30, and you felt better. Your clothes fit again, you had a lot more energy, and you looked in the mirror and you started feeling good about yourself again. But then the weight slowly came back. A few pounds here, a few pounds there, then before you knew it, you were right back where you started. And that can really, really mess with your head, because it starts to feel like all your hard work was for nothing. If you're a man over 40 stuck in this cycle of losing weight and gaining it back, I need you to hear this. You are not some weak, lazy bitch, okay? The real problem is that most men are trying to lose weight the same way they did in their 20s, but after 40, your body doesn't work the same anymore. The rules change. What used to work fast, it now just leaves you hungry, tired, stressed, and completely burned out. So in this video, I'm going to show you the biggest mistake men over 40 make when they're trying to lose fat. And then I'm going to show you a much smarter way that actually helps keep the weight off. Now, there's a pattern I see when men over 40 are sick and tired of feeling out of shape. They go all in. They cut their calories really low. They stop eating foods they enjoy. And they start doing loads and loads of cardio. And they tell themselves, I just need to push harder and suffer more. And at first, okay, it works. The scale definitely drops. Motivation goes through the roof, and you start thinking, well, hell yeah, I'm getting somewhere here. But after a few weeks, things change. Your energy drops. Your workouts feel god awful, and you're starving all the time, and you get a lot more stressed much faster. Then one day, you just hit a brick wall. Your body stops responding the same way it did, and deep down, you can't keep eating and training like this forever. So you start eating more again, and then the weight comes back fast. The reality is, when men over 40 just diet too hard, they don't just lose fat, they lose muscle too. Think of your metabolism like a car engine. Muscle is what gives that engine power. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns all day long. Yes, even when you're resting. But as men get older, they naturally lose muscle over time anyway. So then when you crash diet, it speeds it up even more. It's like taking a big engine out of a car and replacing it with a tiny one that burns way less gas, and now your body burns fewer calories every day. So the second you stop dieting hard, the weight comes back much faster. That's why a lot of men feel like their metabolism is broken after 40, but 99% of the time it isn't broken at all. They've just spent years losing the very thing that helps keep them lean. So what's the biggest mistake? Well, it's trying to live on very low calories and doing endless cardio for months. Your body sees it as stress. It thinks food is hard to find and it needs to protect you. So your body reacts the way it was built to react. It starts trying to save energy. But the problem is, your body starts getting rid of muscle because muscle takes energy to keep. But body fat is stored energy. So your body wants to hold on to that. That means the number on the scale may be going down, but some of what you're losing is muscle. And that's why some men lose weight but still look soft, tired, or older after dieting. And once they start eating more food again, the fat comes back even faster because their metabolism is slower than before. This is the biggest cycle so many men get stuck in. They lose weight, gain it back, diet harder, and gain it back again. It's basically rinse and repeat. Look, after 40, your goal shouldn't just be losing weight. Your goal should be losing fat and keeping your muscle. This is why starving yourself is such a bad long-term plan. It works against the very thing you need to protect. So instead, you want to actually help your body hold on to muscle as you slowly lose body fat. And that is what helps you look healthier, stronger, and leaner. So how do you actually do this? Well, I'm really glad you asked. It all starts with having a smarter plan. Step 1, make protein the main focus. Protein matters a lot after 40. When you're eating less calories, protein helps your body keep muscle, and it also helps you feel fuller, which makes dieting so much easier. The reason a lot of men feel hungry all the time is because they're not eating enough protein. So aim for around 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. So if you currently weigh 180 pounds, shoot for around 180 grams of protein every day. Step 2, lift weights. If you want your body to keep muscle, you need to give it a reason to keep it, and that's what lifting weights does. Now, you don't need to live in the gym and do 6 workouts a week. I think 3 to 4 good workouts every week is enough to make a big difference. And you want to focus on simple exercises that train lots of muscles at the same time. Things like squats, rows, presses, and deadlifts. Step 3, stop using cardio as a fat loss tool. One thing I really want men over 40 to understand is that cardio is actually a pretty poor tool for fat loss, especially when you look at the amount of time it takes compared to the calories you burn. You know, for example, most men burn roughly 40 to 60 calories per every 1,000 steps, of course, depending on body weight and walking speed. But to burn just 1 pound of fat, you need roughly a 3,500 calorie deficit, which means you'd need around 70,000 extra steps just to burn 1 pound of fat from walking alone. And that is why so many men feel frustrated spending hours doing cardio and not seeing much change in the mirror. The return just isn't very high for the amount of time and energy it takes. And the harder you push cardio, the more recovery and hunger can become a problem too. Now, don't get it twisted, that does not mean cardio is bad. Cardio is obviously great for your heart and your overall health. So I still recommend it, of course, but I do 3 30-minute sessions a week, and that's what I recommend for most men too. Just understand this. Cardio should support your health, and it should not be the main thing you rely on to get lean. Your nutrition will always do most of the heavy lifting for fat loss. Step 4, recovery matters more than you think. You don't build muscle during workouts, you build muscle when your body recovers. So that means sleep matters, stress matters, and rest matters. And after 40, recovery becomes even more important. If your sleep is bad, fat loss becomes harder, your hunger gets worse, your cravings get stronger, and your energy drops. So try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night if possible, and start paying attention to stress as well. So that could mean going for walks, meditating, reading, getting outside, or just spending less time on your phone. So to summarize, extreme dieting and endless cardio may help you lose weight fast, but they also increase the chance of losing muscle. And they also increase the chance of slowing down your metabolism and gaining the fat back later. So stop focusing on losing weight. Focus on losing fat and protecting your muscle, because that is the real game changer. So that's it for today. If this video helped you, hit the like button for me, because it really helps the channel reach more men stuck in this same cycle. And also hit subscribe as well and keep up to date with all my latest videos. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.